The scriptures say, when a man finds a wife, he's found a good thing and he's obtained favor with Yah, God, whoever y'all want to call it. And, it is a beautiful thing to be married, to be in a situation where the wife is following the word, the husband is following the word, everything is in order, and you are building a family. One of the most important things, or a man can do outside of, leading his family morally, spiritually, is to be able to provide for his family. Because if a man does not provide for his own house, he is an infidel and is denied the faith. Men are responsible to lead, guide, and protect. And in this day and age, how it's becoming more and more difficult for men to make an honest living today with all these damn taxes and all these regulations. It is so important to be on point. Now, this video is directed at progressive men that are looking to constantly better themselves. I'm talking to men that don't have a problem of working, don't have the problem of leading their homes, are willing to get it done to make a better life for themselves and their children. Those are the men that I'm talking to. And for many out there, it's a beautiful thing. There is few of us, but we are out there of fellow brethren that are going out there, provide for themselves, for their families, starting businesses, getting into trades, doing what they have to do to progress and be a living example for their children. The kind of woman that you want, the kind of woman that we want, are women that are going to come in and that's going to help us share a vision or implement a vision, share and implement a vision that has been put in this man's heart by Yah. A man's heart plans his ways, but Yah determines his steps. Isn't that's what it says? And it's important that if you are on a certain path that encompasses ethics, morality, righteousness, sanctification, all of that stuff, you are going to be immensely blessed by a woman that knows how to come in and execute on your vision. Everyone knows about, who's listened to me for any length of time, knows that I come from the corporate environment, and I transitioned out here and I had to develop a new way for myself, because the idea is that, I moved out here with work, but I couldn't transition and I couldn't have my 1 foot in and 1 foot out. I couldn't do both. So I had to choose a new path. And the Most High put it in my heart to go and learn a trade. And I decided to learn carpentry. Wasn't the apostles, in the carpentry work? Weren't we builders? Weren't we tent makers? This is how we provided for ourselves. Because we just didn't stand on a street corner, begging for money. We went out there and we worked, because if a man don't work, a man doesn't eat. But you look at society today, you have a bunch of men out here not working, sending their wives out to work, eating, getting fat, belly getting all big. And that's just not our way. By their fruit you shall know them. But to be blessed with a woman that can come in and execute on your dream is just a blessing from Yah. And so when I learned a new trade, I had to do business for myself. I am self-employed. Uh, it's been on occasion where I brought in others and paid them to assist me and do larger jobs. And I've done that several times. Uh, and I'll continue to do that because I think that's a great thing to do. I've networked with some good brothers and, we've had a good time and made money together. But there's a lot of things that go along with business. That is invoices, that's client follow-ups. And, it's just a beautiful thing because there's a whole business that has to be done. Talking about advertising, all of that stuff has to be done. And, my wife does that. She produces the invoices for me. She keeps track of the account. She pretty much handles the finances of the home. She has, the bank account in her name. She has access to all of the cards. She has access to the cash. If I need something, I just let her know and she makes sure that those funds are available, provided I've gone out there and made the funds for those funds to be available. And it has been a blessing. Work or dealing with clients can be very challenging at times, and you want to make sure that your invoice is right. You want to make sure that people are being followed up on, and she does an excellent job of doing that. And it's a wonderful thing because, see, business spawn business. So I've told you, I've said, this is not the only business. We got the pharmacy, we got tinctures, we got lamb that I sell, we got maple trees that we can tap. I can go on and on in terms of catering, in terms of all that we can do with the resources that we have here to expand. And that is a good problem to have. I've said over and over again in the past that, I'm inundated with a lot of good problems, and those are one of them. So when you're in a situation and you have a woman that can come in and assist in building your vision, because that's the kind of woman that we want. We want the kind of woman that can come in and be a helpmate to a man, that can submit to him in everything, that can follow him and be instructed by him. Because, see, I get this from this book right here, the King James Version of the Bible. I get this, and this is the information in which I'm drawing my understanding for what marriage should be, with the basic roles and function of a marriage, where the Most High said that he shall give you a helpmeet and he will rule over you. That did not say that. But when we look at society today, do you think these women going to be ruled over? Nope, they're not going to be over. It was prophesied that the rise of Jezebel would take place, and are we not seeing that today? So, going back to Proverbs 30, who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is higher than rubies. And are we not here today? Are we not here today? Would you not pay rubies to get more than rubies, to acquire a woman that is not defiled, that is sanctified, that is being raised by a mother who, according to the word, that the elder women's supposed to teach the younger women how to be good wives and how to serve their husband. I've read that again, right here. I'm not making this stuff up. This is what it says. This is what it says. And so when you have situations like that fill that model, because, see, we live in a world today where there's all sorts of other philosophies, perspectives, viewpoints, feelings, and emotions on what marriage is and how marriage should be conducted and who's responsible to what in terms of marriage. But again, I can't find it. I can't find any of these philosophies, these perspectives, and these viewpoints in this book. But that seems to be the domineering thought process in the world today, whether it be man or woman. Isn't not a woman supposed to be a chase keeper at home? If a man don't work, he don't eat. Are you not seeing the exact polar opposites today, where the woman is out working and the man is home? And this is biblical? Again, I cannot find it in this book at all. Are you hearing my philosophy, perspective, or viewpoint? Or are you hearing, I keep on, or are you hearing me coming from the word? Line upon line, precept upon precept, here, there, a little bit. I know I'm not quoting scripture per se, chapter and verse, but anybody knows. The word knows exactly what I'm saying. And am I off or am I on? Please show me where am I off. I'll be more than happy to hear. That's the kind of man, or that's the kind of woman we want. A woman that's going to be a chasekeeper at home. A woman that's going to have a meek and quiet spirit. Do you see that today? Do you see a meek and quiet spirit? When we look at this word, when we look at this book, and when we look at the conduct today, you can clearly see a difference. It's better to dwell on top of a house than in a house with some kind of unruly woman. But this is the norm today. However, I say unto you, brethren, that want this, that are looking for this, that's exactly what we're looking for. Amongst other things, but the ability to be cooperative. The ability to add value to a man's home, to add value to his vision, to enhance his vision, to help his vision increase. What does a wise woman do? What does a foolish woman do? A wise woman builds up her house, but a foolish woman plucks it down to the ground. Yeah. Men, progressive men, you tell me, what kind of woman do you want?